Well, hello there. I'm Christine, and I thought I would just jump on and do a quick energy reading for the collective because we are in an eclipse time of a full moon eclipse. I'm just going to get my notes because there's a little bit to talk about with this eclipse astrologically that'll give you a little bit of a background that can help you. If I just get this happening the way I want it to. There we go. Today, doesn't matter where you are in the world, there is a full moon eclipse, lunar eclipse in Scorpio, and it's hitting the nodes in Scorpio, and it's squaring Sun and it was the Saturn, and it's when the Sun and the Moon are both square to Saturn. So what we have here, eclipses tell us that something in our lives needs changing. And as this eclipse comes with an aspect to Saturn, there's an element of accountability with it. And this, whether the eclipse has fallen yesterday, last night, or today, depends where you are in the world, eclipse energy has been building up since we had the first eclipse in the Taurus, on the new moon, and then now we are on May 16th with the lunar eclipse on the full moon, and that energy with eclipses generally can run possibly up to 6 months afterwards. And with the eclipse being in Scorpio, that can be quite intense, and squaring with Saturn, the moon squaring with Saturn, there's a level of accountability, and you have to look at what areas of your life looks different right now, because it's been quite a while since we've had eclipses in this sign, and when you have a bit of a gap of a few years, I think it goes back to 2014 with the eclipse in Scorpio, the first eclipse in Scorpio in October the 23rd of 2014. You have to look in your birth chart of October 23rd, 2014, if you're interested, at 25 degrees Scorpio, and just see what has been happening for the last 8 years. What have you been digging up? What have you been letting go? And what have you moved on from with that, if you're so inclined? Or you can just, maybe you made a promise to yourself that you would make a change, and that has happened or not happened, or you're still working on it. That is all right. But this eclipse asks us to review, because Mercury is retrograde, or it's in the shadow of it, to renew and review the commitment at a deeper level. This is all about letting go and what we can move on for. So I just thought I would do this sort of tarot reading with that, to sort of help us work out as a collective. And as with all collective readings, take what fits and leave what doesn't fit. Just move that over there, and we'll lay out some cards. I'm using the Thompson Lang deck because that was the quickest one that I could gather, so I'm hoping it will look all right on screen. Perfect. Oh, look at that, the moon card come up with the eclipse moon and the death. Look at that. We are on track with this reading as a collective, because those two cards just come up as I was talking. We have the moon and the eclipse. There's that whole sense of not knowing, uncertainty, where we're traveling through with that, and then also with the death card, which is ruled by Scorpio, and what's going to change, where are we, and how we're moving forward with that. So that tells me we are on track with our read, intuitively connecting energetically with what's happening in this energetic field with this energy reading. And as with all readings, take what fits, leave what doesn't fit, because it's done for the collective. It's not a personal reading as such. I'm going to be working with an astrology spread, so you get to see what is it, you know, what the cards are doing. And it's going to cover all aspects of your life, because we're not just one or two things. And that's better. Now we've got them energetically the way that I want them. I'll just get this out of these notes out of the way, and we'll lay out our cards. And that's our moon energy, taking it from the top. Oh, these cards are good. Sorry, just making it so they can work. As I said, I just had this idea to jump on and do a read, because I was sort of in between work and had a bit of a rest, and thought, I'm feeling drawn to sort of share something that might be of help to people. Hope you can see them all. Let's move them up that bit further. That way you can have a look. Here we go. You see them all? A bit more. Oh, how grand's that? Okay, at the moment, as a collective, we have the swords in water, with the Knight of Swords, and it is just like in the Thompson Lang deck, the elements and everything are different to reading Rider-Waite-Smith or Marseille. So I just read intuitively what I see, and my first inclination was that we're going to be feeling over the next few days like this horse, up to our neck in water, wanting to forge forward to achieve what it is we wanted to achieve. It's that energy of feeling of like, yeah, you're wanting to move through molasses, because Scorpio is a fixed sign, and you can have that wanting to move forward, but it's that feeling that it's not quite that easy, because there's this sense of intense, everything being totally intense. So with that, money wise, with the Nine of Pence, money's going to be quite comfortable. Money's doing well. So financially going to feel that your money's going well, your day-to-day finances are going well, you're going to be able to afford what it is you want. Having said that, you're also going to be just careful with your money. It's not like you're spending your money out everywhere crazy. It's that where you are just conservative with your money, meeting your needs, but being comfortable with that, in a sense, in a conservative way. Where 9 is also a change, so it's like you've got a little bit piled up in case something goes wrong. That sort of little bit put aside for a rainy day, as you can see it, even though you are going to be comfortable with that. You can see yourself spending a lot of time. Family values are going to be very important with the energy of this Taurus Scorpio eclipses, as we're sort of seeing them bouncing around. What's important are people who are close by, family, community, and once again, it's a lot of issues around money and what makes us feel secure with that, and that is sort of very important. And being able to look after our senior family members is important. It's a very holistic concept that's important to everyone. We want to see the whole community doing well. We want to see this sort of a roundness in our approach with it. And we're going to be talking to people and communicating with people. We're going to be talking to our neighbours in the street. Doesn't matter what age they are, what nationality they are, what creed they are. It's a sense of community, because there's been a lot of divide, and there's going to be a whole sense of community come about with it, and that's very important with that. And we could find ourselves just creating this whole habit of being neighbourly, sharing something, whether it be a tidbit of information about the street, or how was that noise last night. Very, very community orientated with that, and everything close by, looking after each other's pets if they go away. You know, that sort of good neighbour stuff is going to be important with this energy of these eclipses coming with us. You could find yourself getting this wonderful sense of belonging and planning for the future. And for many of you, you may feel that the future and having your own house and everything is just something that's going to go up in smoke. But it's going to come together for you, because you're going to be able to bring it together, because you're going to be able to put energy into it, because that comes under things that are important. You're going to be able to knuckle down and focus on what's important, and be able to get that home that you want. And that way you're feeling, yes, I've got the comforts and everything's going really well for you with that. You get this wonderful sense of belonging by having your own place and your own space with that. You have this wonderful talent for being able to survive in the difficult times. And if you've been doing it tough, you're going to find changes coming to you. You're going to be able to make the changes that you want to make, because it is just, you've learnt the lesson, and you'll know what's important, and you're going to be moving towards what you want instead of moving away from what you don't want with that. You have this wonderful, wonderful talent for this, and you're going to find yourself being attracted to like-minded people. And also there's a very strong sense of compassion and doing the right thing under the vibration of the eclipse seasons that we're having with that. You could find yourself, the best way to look after yourself is with the Two of Cups, is to be around like-minded people, people that you connect with, people that feel special. And that is coming through here on top as well, because I'll read them and then I'll go through all the linking with that. You can find that your life is being directed, and it's, as I said, putting money aside is going to be a big thing, because you've got Uranus in the second house, you've got Taurus, which is Taurus, and we've got Taurus energy, and we had the Taurus eclipse and the Scorpio eclipse, because they're partnering, and the nodes are in these signs as well. So there's this constant looping link of energy that's just sort of going to keep coming up and coming up as they do. And so, as I said, you're going to be wanting to grow that little bit of a money tree with that, and that's important too. And that way you are in charge of your life. It's going to be this whole energy of self-responsibility and not having someone else run your money for you, unless you can partner in a fair way, that it's balanced with partnering in a fair way, and that you can sort of feel that things are growing together. You may end up partnering with a government body or a relative or something, like a benefactor, but it's going to be very fair, and there's a very strong sense of equality happening for you. The whole tensions of and stress are coming to an end for many of us. That hard division stuff, that backbiting and fighting, people are over it. People are just wanting to have a better and calm life, and it's going to be coming to an end. And it's coming to an end on these eclipses because it's highlighting what we value and what's important to us, and survival with others, like-minded people. That self-preservation is what's important for us. And with the Queen of Swords, she's there at an intellectual level, helping us think it, review it, renew it, revive what's important for us in that sense. You get this sort of meaning of wanting sort of stability and feeling secure. As I said, there's this strong strength strong thread of energies, which is what the energy of the reading is, and as I said, those other cards connected with it. This strong sense with the Four of Wands is about the home, having enough to eat, feeling that you're safe and you're sound, and there's stability, and you're heading in that really good direction with that, because we've started off here with this energy right now, but that's all with like a flash of lightning wanting to stop, because that could be like a lightning rod there. You're going to see friends doing well. Friends are going to have their ups and their downs, but there's this opportunity through friendships to improve in the world. Some of you might be doing study. Some of you might be doing a change in work, but whether there's a change coming and it's for the better, but it's an opportunity that presents itself through friends and through networking. So it's all about success improves through going around and round like that. So if it's one good turn deserves another energy coming in for us all. And finally, what we draw strength on is we have the Nine of Cups, which is Jupiter in Pisces, but Jupiter's in Aries now, but he's only just in Aries, and then he's going to go back into it. And so that is that knowledge of compassion and kindness is going to come through, and that's a really nice card. So you can draw your strength that the world isn't that hard as we sort of thought it would be. And so by the end of it all, we're going to be sort of feeling, yes, I have this opportunity, I can take this opportunity to have a better life, but it is up to me. But along with it will come the opportunities to make life better for the community, like-minded people, being able to have stability. It's all just coming together. So we go from that swimming through Manassas, being over it all, tension and strife, all the way down here to Jupiter, and letting go of tensions, letting go of struggles, and having a bit of a more kinder world, a more caring world. And this is change that is on the horizon. So I'd love to know what you think with the reading. I love what you think of the Thompson and Leng deck, and if you have any questions, let me know and I will answer them. I also had a cup of tea before. I drink tea all the time, and I drink herbal tea, and I read my own tea leaves, and I just sort of decided when I flipped them out that I would have a look at the images. And so it was interesting that I saw, let's see if you can have a look here. Oh, there we go, got stuff everywhere. Here is the sword of change, rising up. Yes, if it's to be, it's up to me. Now, I don't know if that's a sword where you're cutting away the old and letting go, or whether it's a wand where you're creating your own magic. Either way, swords or wands, there it is there. The hand and the sword, making that change, getting that change that you want to see happen with that. We also have here an angel. Oh, bat's a change. Sorry, when I put it on the side, that's what I thought it was, a little bit of an angel, but the angel body would be longer. Here we have a bat, and bats are always change, but it's like the death card, which is Scorpio. If you look at the medicine cards in the medicine card deck, bat is the change, but it's the change of like the end of something, so something new can come. So we're going to see an ending, and many and some endings because of the Scorpio energy, and the bats are coming through. When you see the bats, thank you, bat, with that. So that's an interesting energy here. I also see, and do let me know what you see, because reading tea leaves or clouds or anything like that, it's very subjective to what you see. And you might see something I don't see, or I see something you don't see, and so it's a really good sharing. If you please put it in the comments if you see something. So I'm going to hold it there for a while, but I sort of see here the witches riding on the broom, and I just think there's going to be a rise of women energy. There's going to be a rise of woman energy. In Australia, there's a group called Mad Fucking Witches. But they're basically women that want change. They're sick of the corruption. They're sick of the bloody government plutocrats running everything. They want to see things right. And old women, young women uniting together to make change. And this could be the change coming with the witches, bringing about change for women, to not have women have their be told what to do by the plutocrats. Look up plutocrat, because that's going to change too with energy, with Pluto moving Capricorn. Heads are going to roll. They say that women are going to hold up women do hold up half the heavens, let's not forget it. So there's a couple of things I've been seeing with that. Looking over here, I'm seeing another bat or a bird, so there's messages, bird, bat, or bat, but I'm getting definitely a bat. And then here I am getting a violin. Now we're on an election here in Australia. I don't know if you see a violin there. We're getting an election here in Australia, and there's emperors are gonna fall. I'm also sensing that with Putin and things as well, that we could have peace. Some of this stuff has to come to an end, and you're going to see often eclipses bring about truths that bring people down, off with their heads. Emperors falling, how the mighty fall, that sort of stuff. Then I've just got like a big cluster. Oh no. When I look at this, I'm seeing the big archangel, the wings, and the angel in the sky overlooking us, like the angel in the Lovers card. Like, is it Angel Raphael or Gabriel? I'm bad, aren't I? Please correct me. And I'm seeing this wonderful angel. We've got protection. So no matter what we're going through, we have protection, guided by our angel. And then here I've got, I don't know, is that the Twitter bird from Twitter? Maybe Twitter's one of the best places where people can express what they say. Gives a level playing form and a platform to say things, to message people quickly. I don't know whether something's going to be happening with Twitter over this eclipse season with that. I'm just doing what comes up here intuitively based on what I see. I'd love to know what you see in the teacup reading, and let me know. Put it in the comments. I'm holding it here now so you've got it long enough. We've turned them a bit on their side. There's the witch. We've got lots of good things. So, safe as houses, 4 of rods. Grab my arm. Thank you for watching for this eclipse reading. Let me know what you think. I'm still running the videos of learning the Marseille, but I read for clients, but I also think, I'm going to get up and put a video on YouTube. I feel there's something that's got to come out, and so, pardon me, excuse me, that's what's happened there. So let me know what you think. Let me know if I can help in any way. If you're traveling, life is bit difficult for you at the moment, let me know if I can help in any way, and I look forward to seeing you on the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye for now.